All right, so incoming Purdue freshman Camden Heide, who has started in Minnesota, moved to Utah, and now is on to West Lafayette here in a couple of weeks. Camden, first off, thanks for your time. Just wanted to kind of start off, starting your college career here in a couple of weeks. What are kind of your general expectations? What's kind of going through your mind here, and how do you feel about things?
I feel great about things. I'm really looking forward to continuing my relationship with the players that are on the team right now, and obviously working with the coaches this summer. Also, with my injuries, I'm really looking forward to getting the highest level of trainers and getting back on the court and being around a high level of coaches and players.
Yeah. So what's kind of going on that front? Are you getting healthy? It was your ankle or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was my second and third metatarsal.
Oh, in your foot. Okay.
Yeah, my foot. So both bones are fully healed now. They've been fully healed for about 2 to 3 weeks. And I've kind of slowly started to get back into things, and I've got the full go ahead, so I can do whatever.
Okay. Did you have to have surgery?
I didn't have to have surgery. I was just in the boot for quite a while on both breaks.
Bet you're pretty eager to get going here, huh?
Yeah.
How many games did you get to play in this year?
I got to play in like 3.5. I played our first 3 games and then broke it in our third game, played the rest of the game. And then our senior night, I got to play for a few minutes towards the end, just kind of as a final goodbye.
Okay. Do you kind of learn anything about yourself or anything like that, having to sit and watch? I don't know if you've ever been hurt before or anything like that.
Yeah, I think it was really good for me to be around a really high level of high school basketball, playing in the league that we played in, seeing high major players every single day, being around high level coaches. I learned a lot more about the game and also about me too. I kind of took time to realize, I was still in the weight room as much as I could be. Obviously there were limitations with my foot, but I still lift and be around the coaches quite a bit. So I kind of got to see their minds and ask them a lot of questions. And it was really good for me to learn from them, but also learn for myself and watching the high level players that I was around.
Getting to live on your own for a year, that's always something that kind of helps guys make the adjustment to college a little bit. Was that part of your calculus in terms of wanting to go to a prep school?
Yeah, I think that was a pretty decent part of it. It was really not a lot different, but obviously when you're not with siblings or family members, it's quite a bit different at first. But I kind of got used to it, and I think it was a good kind of head start for me heading into my freshman year.
Right. What about living in Utah for a year? That's a whole different part of the country. I'd imagine that was interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. It was. We did get to do a lot of things as a team. We went to quite a few BYU football games and basketball games, in Utah basketball and BYU basketball practices, and kind of spend a lot of time up in Salt Lake. But when we got going and traveling quite a bit throughout the season, it really wasn't as much being in Utah. So it was kind of good to get around and get out and be around a lot of different places and see a lot of different people.
Enjoy the mountains while you can, because there aren't any out here.
Yeah. The mountains are super nice.
Yeah. When do you start up at Purdue here? It's like 2 weeks from now, right?
Yeah. So I get there June 9th, and then June 13th is the first day, Monday.
Right. Okay. Any sort of outlook on your freshman season? Are you kind of coming in thinking, hey, I'm going to set the world on fire, or, hey, let's just go there, work hard and see what happens? What kind of your outlook on things?
Yeah, I kind of say the second option. I'm really just going in there open-minded, willing to learn, willing to kind of, do whatever role the coaches ask of me. But, obviously I have personal goals, and I'm going to work hard to do the best I can to help the team out. What's
the biggest adjustment going to be, you think?
The biggest, I'd probably just say the speed of the game. You're playing against grown men, and I think that was good for me to kind of be around that in my senior year of high school. We played kids going pretty much everywhere in the country, so it's good to see that those guys and the speed that they play at, and kind of mentally prepare for that.
Right. Is there anything you're kind of curious to find out about yourself in terms of how you respond to the higher level competition or the autonomy or whatever that comes with college life? Anything you want to you're kind of eager to see how it works out?
Not really. I'm just going in just kind of excited to learn and be around a high level of basketball, both on and off the court with the coaches and players.
Anybody you're really interested in playing against at Purdue in terms of the teams Purdue plays? Or
I'd say Ohio State, Roddy Gale. He'll be a freshman at Ohio State next year. He was one of my best friends this year. I got super close to him. And,
okay.
The times that I was able to play, we kind of compete. So, I'm looking forward to seeing him and playing against him next year.
Sure. What about anybody on the Big Ten schedule? I'd imagine going back to Minnesota will be fun for you, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that should be a pretty fun game, being home and, being able to see quite a bit of family that I still have there and friends in that area. That should be a pretty fun experience.
Right. What number are you going to wear?
23.
Is there any significance to that number, or just kind of luck at the draw?
I've kind of worn 23 my whole life, and
okay.
And me and my brother, I mean, when he was younger and growing up, he's always worn 13, and when he graduated, we actually got to play together in high school for 2 years. And when he graduated my sophomore year, I took number 13. Didn't really have a great year. It was kind of unlucky for me.
That'll happen with 13. Yeah.
A lot of people say it's unlucky, but my brother, and he's had some pretty good luck with it. So I decided to try my luck, and I ended up going back to 23 for my next 2 years.
Yeah. Well, it worked out well because you weren't getting 13 at Purdue, because that's Glenn Robinson and John Wooden. So
yeah,
it worked out okay. Now, every time I've seen you the last couple of years, you've gotten bigger. What are you right now, or where are you right now in that regard?
Height or weight wise, or kind
height,
of both?
Weight, whatever.
I'm about 6'7", 205 right now.
6'7", 205. What were you when you got to Utah, or is it about the same? Or
yeah, probably about the same. But I'd say the biggest difference is I've added a lot of muscle mass to my body. Kind of taking the time and being hurt. I've kind of cut back on a lot of things that I've eaten. I've kind of been on a somewhat flexible diet for a few months now, a lot of salads and just a lot of proteins. And I've kind of turned a lot of that maybe not muscle and turned that into muscle, and kind of stayed around the same weight, but put on some more muscle.
Right. You're still kind of that big wing, right? That's sort of guard forward, sort of. You're not throwing into like a 6'9", 230 pounder here, are you?
Yeah, no. Yeah, still kind of that bigger wing is kind of how I describe myself.
Did you get much of a chance to develop as a player out in Utah, or did the injuries kind of sidetrack what you wanted to get done?
A little bit of both. It was kind of hard. I did get great coaching. My coach is one of the best trainers in Utah, and also, in my opinion, the best coach. So kind of preseason workouts in the mornings and after school, I got to be around him a lot and work with him quite a bit. And then also our other coaches are great at skill work and on the court team stuff. So I've kind of been exposed to a lot of things, but obviously being out pretty much the whole season kind of delayed the track that I was on. But I mean, we've been back to work the past couple of weeks and doing as much as I can. Right.
What's it going to be like for you playing in the sort of environments you're going to play in the Big Ten, whether it's Purdue, whether it's Indiana, whether it's Minnesota, even when they're good? Are you going to freak out at all, or is that going to be pretty natural for you playing in those sorts of environments?
I think I'll be super excited. Super excited. I actually got to go to my first Purdue game against Indiana and just kind of see that environment. And, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I know that a lot of road games, especially in the Big Ten, it's a full crowd and a challenge, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be exciting. Right.
I think that's what I got. Camden, you know, I think that's all I had for you, man.
Sounds great. I appreciate
your time.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you very much.